Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to improve your testosterone levels and some other topics that are related to sexual health. So let's get started. First of all, let's go over the testosterone level for men. Among others are stronger bones, better fat metabolism, muscle strength and mass, red blood cell production, improved sex, drive and libido. You will improve sperm production and of course fertility, improve vitality, energy, motivation or self-confidence. Your mood will improve, you will have better memory, focus, assertiveness, attractiveness, bigger and better erections, of course, and these are only a few of the benefits. The testosterone is widely known for being the mainly male hormone. So a lot of the things that make a man is closely related to this hormone, the testosterone. So having healthy levels of testosterone is in the best interest of every man. So I'm going to go over some of the ways you can improve some things that are correlated to the testosterone. So you will even see some duplicates in some of these, let's say, things you can eat to improve your sperm. In this case, they will also somehow have side benefits or related benefit to testosterone as well. So you can use maca. You can find this in either in powder, and you can use capsules of maca. Maca is a root that is I think mainly from the southern part of America. So you can find this in many different ways, either capsules, just powder, or just pills. So I will usually recommend the powder better, or capsules with powder. Of course, oyster, it has legendary benefits, dark chocolate, bananas, asparagus, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, ginseng, regular ginseng, garlic, goji berry, avocado, pomegranate, and ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is also legendary, it has many benefits for men. Also, to improve sperm, you can use saffron, Atirasa dichurna, which is an Indian component. I cannot describe to you exactly, but you can find it in some websites. And of course, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, Siberian ginseng, Panax ginseng, and vitamin C. Vitamin C has a lot of benefits, and it is one of the few vitamins that it is not known to have problems with overdose like some other vitamins that you should be careful how much you use. So when I take vitamin C, I usually take 1 gram a day, and among other things, vitamin C is known to improve sperm motility. So that is, of course, a very positive benefit. And as far as erections go, we can use green tea, oysters as well, chili, or just in general chili, or any spicy food has some benefits for erections as well. Bananas, salmon, onions, wine, red wine mainly, oatmeal, Siberian ginseng, and watermelon. Watermelon has a lot of benefits for not just for erections but for blood flow in general. That's how it works. That's how it helps. Eggs as well, and peanuts, which contains L-arginine. So you can either find L-arginine in supplement, or you can just eat peanuts. I will recommend better peanuts because peanuts also has some very beneficial oils for your health. And actually oils, especially vegetable oils, are very beneficial for a lot of things in the body, not just erections and sperm. Also blueberries and oranges have a lot of flavonoids, and flavonoids help with the blood circulation. So similarly to watermelon, but for watermelon is more rich than blueberries or oranges, but you can basically use them both. They complement each other. They don't detract anything from one another. And muscle development, as you remember, is one of the features that is a consequence of healthy levels of testosterone. So having healthy muscle development will also benefit the levels of testosterone in your body. So you will need a lot of fatty protein, potassium. As you see, potassium is also present in bananas, so you will see how. So in my opinion, you can use potassium alone, or with some food source that provides potassium. B vitamin, C vitamin, A vitamin, D vitamin, E vitamin, K vitamin, and just to mention, D vitamin, you can take it in supplements, but you can also usually just take some baths, or just having some exposure to the sunshine will increase your levels of B vitamin naturally. If you live in a part of the world where there is not a lot of sunshine, of course you will have to use some supplements, because D vitamin is usually mainly just produced inside our body. So it's difficult to find any food source for D vitamin. And of course, trace minerals, they are highly beneficial for muscle development and for everything else as well, including improving erections and testosterone. Calcium, magnesium, sodium, chloride, potassium, selenium, iron, zinc, and chromium. And of course, having proper sleep. Proper sleep has so many benefits, and is usually something that a lot of people neglect, and is very important to get enough sleep, and also not only enough sleep but deep sleep. So you need to relax and sleep properly, not just sleep a specific number of hours, but deep sleep will produce many benefits, including less stress, and it will also increase production of human growth hormone, among other things. We have a problem in our society because we now are surrounded by a lot of electronics. So many of the reasons why we don't get proper sleep has to do with light. Sometimes we have a lot of light stimulation before sleeping, so we don't sleep properly, especially light that comes from portable devices such as laptops or mobile phones. And in most cases, people don't sleep in a room that is perfectly dark. So this also detracts from how deep is your sleep. So you can use one of those masks that is one of my suggestions. You can use one of those masks that has a dark cover, and you will usually see an improvement in the quality of your sleep, and that is a very, very simple way to do it. And focusing on how to improve testosterone, it is also K2 vitamin is very important. Meat organs, for example, you will eat liver and other kind of organs, whether it's from beef, from cows, or any kind of meat organs. They have a lot of benefits, especially liver, but any organs, meat organs have a lot of nutrients that we need in our body, not just and they're actually very good, and they taste good, so you will have a double added benefit to it. Shellfish is known to help improve testosterone. Dark green vegetables, including spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, and of course there is also this how to say suggestion to eat not only dark green vegetables but dark vegetables in general. For example, you can have red cabbage or red onion, and has different benefits than the normal ones. So that is something good that you will see the benefits in your life. Fish, of course, and fish, of course, I have some opinions about fish. Fish is also known for having high levels of mercury, and among other things, fish is known to have, especially now in our modern world, very high levels of microplastics, especially fish that is from the sea. But I guess most fish have the same problems, so take that with a pinch of salt. Don't eat too much fish, because you will have raised levels of mercury and also raised levels of microplastics, which they are not even researched enough. We don't have any idea of what are the negative consequences of so much plastic in our bodies. So if you eat regularly fish, for sure you have a lot of microplastic is in your bloodstream and in your cells, so it's a big issue. Okay, so continuing with the things you can eat to improve your testosterone, you can also eat nuts. All kinds of nuts have a lot of nutrients that will help for testosterone. Seeds, including pumpkin seeds, sunflower, flax seeds, legumes, including beans, lentils, etc. Oatmeal as well, pomegranate, and royal jelly. It's known that royal jelly helps in a lot of things. Of course, royal jelly for the most part is expensive, but the benefits are very, very good, so it is something that you should consider. And continuing, you can also take raisins, Siberian ginseng, Panax ginseng, and pine pollen. Pine pollen is also very beneficial for testosterone, and it is one of the very few testosterone sources that you can find that is from the vegetable world. It's just pine pollen, just taking pine pollen before you go into sleep. If you take enough amount, you will have the benefits in a very short term. Ginger, of course, spirulina, Tribulus terrestris. It has some legendary benefits, not just for testosterone, but for many sexual benefits. Of course, it's not widely researched, but it's something that you may want to try. It's just one more of the things that you can try. There are so many things you can try that probably in most cases you don't need supplements. You can just try things that you can regularly find in most supermarkets. Okay, so iodine is also very important, and one of the best sources for this is radishes. So you can take a few of those with your salads and it will increase your iodine level naturally. And of course, there's a lot of iodine in salt, but it's synthetic, so probably you'll have more bioavailability with the radishes than regular iodine. Beets, berries in general, onion, of course, garlic, and avocado. As I mentioned, we have some duplicates because they kind of complement each other. Also, in general, to improve testosterone, most unrefined whole grains will have some benefits for your testosterone. Olive oil, omega-3 containing seeds, for example, flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and in general, high saturated fats, including butter, coconut oil, eggs, of course. So anything that has saturated fats will definitely help with testosterone, because to produce testosterone, our body needs a lot of fats, and some people say these fats are not so healthy, but it is the opposite. These fats are necessary for our body and for many of the hormones. Cholesterol is used by the body to produce hormones, all hormones, including, of course, testosterone. So also carrots are recommended, parsley, basil. Basil, I read an article about a study they did on basil, and basil can really improve in a very big way your testosterone levels. And you can find it even as in the spices section. So you can use basil and just put it on whatever you're going to eat, soups or meats or whatever you eat, and it will be kind of very easy. Or you can just have basil plants in your house and take leaves from there. Red meats, but red meats natural, so you don't want to use meats that have nitrates, especially because nitrates have very negative effects on the health. So try to find natural sources for red meat. For example, if you're going to have, I don't know, pepperoni or any kind of meat that it is not fresh, just make sure that they don't have nitrates. So this is one of the things that I will recommend. And bacon, of course, bacon is very healthy for testosterone production. And balsamic vinegar, because it helps to keep your insulin in check. So it is very important to reduce insulin, because actually insulin is somehow in a certain way, maybe it will help you to understand. Insulin is somehow the enemy of testosterone. The higher level of insulin in your body, the lower level of testosterone. So that's why it's important to have a healthy level of insulin in your blood. Stinging nettle is also recommended, and even if it was not, let's say, having a benefit for testosterone, stinging nettle has a lot of health benefits as well. And it's also spicy hot foods like chili and others have a lot of benefits for testosterone and in general for health. So it's amazing what you can achieve with just eating better, choosing better foods. I want to also comment on these things that can help to improve your testosterone that are not from a food source. So the first one is this one that is called the Superman pose. All of these are in the section of what is called power poses. So this is the Superman pose. And this holding this pose for at least 2 minutes will increase your testosterone levels. Very quick way to do it, and it really works very good. It helps improve your mood. So it has also psychological benefit. It's not only the fact that you have higher levels of testosterone, but you will also have better mood. So if you're feeling a little bit depressed or sad or something, just try this pose for 2 minutes. It will do really wonders for your health and for your mood actually. So I highly recommend this pose. It's one of the poses that are, let's say, very easy to achieve. Just 2 minutes, just set a timer and do it, and you will see the benefits very quickly in just 2 minutes. Another pose that is considered power pose is the champion. So the champion is this is the champion pose. So the champion pose is also 2 minutes, and in the champion pose you will see the benefits very quickly. Yes, one correction, because probably this I didn't find a specific post that I wanted. What I was reading this is from someone that has some expertise in this kind of poses, and he's recommended that you should do the pose with the hand like this, like doing the number one in your hands. So doing the number one will make the pose more effective. So this pose will also improve your mood. It will improve testosterone, and it will just they say it's impossible to feel sad in this pose. It's impossible to feel depressed or sad in any way. So it's a good recommendation for this, to use this pose. Another pose that you can use is the squats or horse stance. Horse stance is also very good pose that you can have very good results. For example, everyone knows what is the squats, I guess, but let me just find a good example for horse stance if people are not familiar with it. Okay, so probably this will be the most simple. Let me show you this one. So this is a horse stance, and there are two variations. You can do it like the person in this image is doing, or you can use it with your back against the wall. If you do it with your back against the wall, it will be easier. So you can start from there, and you can go progressively with the time as you reach longer time. So this is also very beneficial, and it's known to improve your muscle mass on the legs, hips, and gluteus and everything. So it has really a lot of, even for as an exercise, it's a very good exercise. But you will have the added benefit that it helps you also to increase your testosterone. Actually, a lot of exercises that work with the legs and hips, they have this benefit to improve and increase testosterone levels. And squats, of course, as an exercise, is not really a pose, but I wanted to include it in this section because it's really very highly beneficial. And among other things you can use to improve your testosterone is sunbath on the testicles. So you can do this. Of course, some people have sometimes busy schedules, so you will have to find what works with your schedule, whether it's the morning or the afternoon. Just doing some bath on the testicles will have a great benefit for testosterone production, and apparently has to do something with infrared radiation. So there was some research about this, and there are some sources of light that have the exact same wavelength that you can find in the sun. So let's say you work in a schedule or you live in a country where there is not a lot of sunshine. You can use these infrared lights that will have the proper wavelength, and you can have the same benefit. And it is, according to the research I found, it is really significant what you can reach the benefits from this. And among other things, you can lose weight. Why losing weight improves testosterone? Because especially the fat that we have around the waist, this fat is known to produce insulin or to reduce testosterone as a consequence. So yes, losing weight, of course, will help you reach higher levels of testosterone, and it will be kind of a virtuous cycle, because the more weight you lose, the easier will be for you to build muscle in your body. Fasting is also known to increase testosterone. Somehow there is a correlation. It is not very clear yet how is this working, but it seems like human growth hormone has an maybe indirect, maybe direct relation, but it hasn't been properly demonstrated on research. So human growth hormone has some correlation to testosterone. So fasting is known to improve human growth hormone in the body, especially overnight fasting, which is actually the easier one to do. So if you have problems fasting, just try stop eating at 6, for example, and just wait until the morning when it is time to have your breakfast. So if you stop eating at 6 and you have your breakfast at 8 or 9, you already had more than 12 hours of fasting, and that will increase your human growth hormone, because during the night, naturally, we start producing human growth hormone, and if we are in a fasting state, the production of human growth hormone will be increased. So it's something that is very beneficial. If you can fast for longer periods, of course, we'll have many more benefits, but that is something that you can do very easily. Resistance exercise, especially what they are called compound lifts, like squats and other exercises, the ones that, let's say, engage bigger muscle groups, they are known to improve testosterone, also human growth hormone. So that's why I mentioned that they are somehow correlated to each other. And of course, sexual stimulation increases testosterone. This is known and is probably one of the things that a lot of people don't know. So just having sexual stimulation will improve testosterone. So this is again a virtuous cycle. Testosterone produces more libido, and more libido, if you have sexual stimulation, will increase, of course, as well, testosterone. Reducing stress will significantly improve your testosterone levels, because there is some correlation between cortisol and testosterone. So it seems like the more cortisol you have, the less testosterone you have. Somehow is probably nature's way to say, okay, maybe if there is a lot of stress, maybe it's not a proper way to have sex, for example. So it is, maybe there is a connection between those two things. Alcohol is a great depleter of testosterone. All forms of alcohol, it seems that mainly beer, interestingly enough, beer is somehow increasing the production of estrogen in the body. Not so many of the other forms of alcohol, but alcohol as a whole is going to deplete your testosterone levels, but some more than others. All forms of alcohol deplete testosterone, including red wine, which is known to be healthy in, let's say, healthy doses or moderate doses. As a whole, alcohol will deplete testosterone. So if you really need to have, it's better to have other kinds of alcohol. Try to avoid beer especially. And if you're going to have red wine, just have a glass or two, not too much. There is no need to have actually alcohol in our life. Any benefits that are attributed to wine you can have from other sources, so I don't see a need for alcohol in my life, and you should probably at least consider reducing it considerably. And like I mentioned before, also better and longer sleep will help in so many ways. I already mentioned some ways in which you can improve your sleep, but also stress reduction will have some impact on how well you sleep. So this is something that you'll need to do. Cold showers are known to have a lot of benefits, including reducing stress as well. You know, cold showers are helping to manage cortisol levels, and maybe that's why they are helping with testosterone as well. And they have many other benefits, not just these, but we're considering in this section. And it is the advice to avoid what they are called xenoestrogens and other T-lowering chemicals. Xenoestrogens is like a group of chemicals that tend to stimulate the production of estrogens in the body. And there are so many sources of xenoestrogens that is just somehow an explanation of why the latest generations of men have less testosterone than previous generations. As a whole, is considered that men in this age have as much as 20% less testosterone than previous generations. So a lot of this is due to xenoestrogen, so you can research that. But among other things that you can start to do is try to not use plastic in anything you eat. Like you can basically ban all kind of bowls, any kind of thing that will touch food, water, or whatever. You should just avoid plastics like the plague, because all the plastic chemicals, they are considered xenoestrogens, at least most of them. I will be surprised if you can find an exception to this rule. So just avoid plastics, and that will all help you. But if you are curious, you will have to do your research. But there is a lot of xenoestrogens in a lot of foods also. So it's just horrible situation currently. And of course, Kegel exercises help to improve testosterone and also help to improve, let's say, the health of the muscles that are related to sex in general. For example, sex function, erections. You will have stronger erections with Kegel exercises. And there are a lot of exercises for these. There are even some exercises for the penis. And these exercises, depending on the exercises, they will help you to have stronger erections. And in some cases, it is speculated that they can even somehow increase the length and girth of your penis. So take those with a grain of salt. Apparently, the research they have done requires a lot of commitment for this kind of exercises if you really want to improve the length, increase the length of your penis. But going back to the main purpose, just doing these Kegel exercises will improve your sex function so much, and it has some relationship with testosterone. And also yoga. Yoga is known to have many benefits, as you have probably heard, but among other things, and how exactly helps is the fact that when you are doing yoga, you are doing some exercises, breathing exercises. So because of this, yoga helps reducing stress. So that is one of the reasons, because it reduces stress, will improve testosterone. But there are some exercises in yoga that also help to improve human growth hormone. Among others is this exercise that is known as legs up the wall. And in yoga terms, this one is called Viparita Karani Mudra. Viparita Karani Mudra is an amazing exercise. Has so many health and psychological benefits that I cannot avoid recommending it. But if you want to improve your human growth hormone, you can also do this exercise, and it will help as well with testosterone. So that is really something great that you can do. You know, there are so many things you can do for your health as men. And finally, I want to also recommend the Gnostic point of view about testosterone, in particular about sexual alchemy. Sexual alchemy, I already provided some episodes where I'm detailing exactly how to do it and how it works. But the practice of sexual alchemy will increase and maintain testosterone. Why will increase? As we mentioned, yes, the practice of sex itself increases the production of testosterone. But during the practice of the sexual alchemy, you are avoiding the orgasm, you are avoiding ejaculation, and this maintains the testosterone, so it will never decrease. Because something that is not widely mentioned is the fact that, of course, practice of sex increases testosterone, but as soon as you ejaculate, the testosterone goes to baseline. So it will not continue to raise, or it will not stay in a high level after you ejaculate, after you have the orgasm. So the practice of the sexual alchemy allows to maintain the testosterone in a higher level even after the sexual stimulation will stop. And many other benefits you can get from sexual alchemy. It will increase focus, will reduce stress, will help to resolve erectile dysfunction, and of course it will help you to last longer, have a more pleasant sexual relationships. It will increase magnetic attraction, love, fidelity, loyalty, intelligence, overall health, happiness, satisfaction, success. So there is a lot of things you can reap all these benefits from the practice of sexual alchemy. And if you're interested, you can go and watch some of the other episodes where I explain this in detail. So that is all I wanted to share with you. And the last advice is do whatever you need to become the best version of yourself. It is your responsibility to just do what is needed. It will not come on its own automatically. So that's all I wanted to share with you now. So if you have any questions or comments, just use the comment section. And as always, I want to remind you of the opportunity to help me support my work as content creator. In the description of each episode, I include information about different platforms you can use to support me with donations if you want to. You can also share this episode in social media, and subscribe. I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you for watching.